Welcome back. Thank you for staying with Kenya's fastest growing television. Just a reminder of who our guest is tonight. With me in studio is Jubilee's Secretary General, Jeremiah Kioni. We made sense of the ruling of the 12th of June, which, as some say, rightfully gave back Jubilee to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Jeremiah Kioni, you talked of Matiang'i. And we have seen Jubilee leaders, you included, fronting him as the candidate of the party. What informed the selection of Matiang'i as a presidential candidate?
Allow me to just step one kidogo nyuma. One of the other reasons why we fought in court and fought until we won was because of what we referred to under the Nandiko report, fidelity to multiparty democracy. Fidelity to multiparty democracy. And what that meant to us was that it took the lives of many in the 90s, in the 80s, to get us out of the Section 2A and where Kenya became a multi-party democracy. And it is wrong for us to allow the creeping back of that single party rule or dictatorship. And we thank God and we thank every other supporter, including the party leader Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, for the support that he gave to those of us who are at the front fighting for the party. But we also want to, and I also thank even the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, and even Akina Wajakoya. We were together and fighting for the fidelity to multi-party democracy. Why am I saying this? Because the most important thing that we can do as leaders of party and also as leaders of this country is to allow the growth of many parties. As we head towards 2027, I have heard people say that this region will only have one political party. If you are not coming through my political party, you are a nobody. That is very, very retrogressive. Allow me to use that word. It's a very retrogressive thing. It's really a demonstration of a person who either has not paid attention to the history of this country or who think that we were selling jugu karanga when people are being killed because of multi-party democracy. It's very important for all of us to ensure that you don't kill other parties as you sell yours. Twende kwa hii soko ya siasa tukatafute kura.
Jeremiah Kioni, back to my question.
No, it is the question. I'm answering your question.
Yes.
Because I have also heard others who are saying Matiang'i should go back and form his own party ya Kisii ndio atafute kiti ya rais nayo. You know, one is that you demean the stature of the person you are talking about. Because when you think that I can only be useful to the nation by making me a local leader, you really are not having respect for me. Two is that when you want to become a leader of this nation, you don't go to a local party. You need a national platform. Three, it's not upon you to decide which party I run on. If you are interested in the presidency, learn on the party that you have chosen. Don't choose the party for me. Like using Madera's word, how arrogant can you be to try and choose the party that I should use as a candidate?
Fair.
On Matiang'i, I'm coming to Matiang'i. Matiang'i served this country under the banner of Jubilee, TNA, JAB, all that was Jubilee for 10 years. He has a track record of what Jubilee can do and what they did when they were under the stewardship of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Most of the times when William Ruto was out there doing what was called tangaring, the person who was left chairing the subcommittee of parliament was Matiang'i. He understands clearly what was the agenda that had been set to be achieved by Jubilee. Which projects were ongoing, who was funding them, what was intended, what was the vision.
Jeremiah Kioni, I will eventually get there. The presidency is a political position.
The Gen Z the young generation, a good percentage of this Kenyan voters 2027 are people who went through Matiang'i, either at the Ministry of ICT or Education, and of course now he was also there with the Ministry of Interior. So Matiang'i has a good rapport history with the Jubilee. His interest in learning for this country under Jubilee should not be a subject issue. The issue should be, are you better than him?
And now
Can you compete with him?
Let me ask
when
you.
It comes
let me
to
ask you this, Jeremiah
record
Kioni.
and the kind of things that Kenyans want.